How you doing today? I'm Rick Sparrow with eXp Realty, and I'm here to really just give you my opinion on what to expect as a new agent with eXp. Again for joining me. Again, this is Rick Sparrow with eXp Realty. And again, we're going to go over my first 60 days, my opinion of eXp for new agents. I'm not talking new agents that are new to eXp. I'm talking new agents that are new to eXp and new to real estate. In my first 60 days, there's a lot of ups and downs. But the reality is, you're going to get out what you put in. I came from 25 years of corporate leadership. 25 years where people came to see me. Well, they came to shop, but at the end of the day, they came to see me. I didn't have to go find leads. I didn't have to go generate. I didn't have to pay for marketing. The company paid for it. 25 years, I had a structure. 25 years, I knew exactly what my days consisted of. So coming into eXp probably doesn't seem like the most advantageous brokerage to come into when you don't know how to create structure. But there's a lot of tools and resources that can help you through it if you're open to them. So again, I truly understand a corporate format. I never really understood the independent contractor. My wife's been an independent contractor for 20 plus years as a hair artist, and she's amazing at structuring her time. So let's kind of just jump into eXp itself. There's those thoughts or the stigma behind eXp that some agents just want to sell and they're very pushy. You're right, I've seen it. I've seen the videos, I've seen the posts. I wasn't hard sold. My sponsor was my mentor in a different program. And he just casually said, if I want to change, reach out. Left it at that. There was no, oh my God, you've got to see this program. You've got to try this. Oh, you can do this, or you've got this much wealth and blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. I didn't have that. So from the word jump, I didn't have that bad taste in that bad taste in my mouth that a lot of agents, I believe, kind of come over with because they've been hounded and hounded. Our job is to sell homes. Our job is to take care of people and make sure they have a seamless transaction. There's a benefit for building a team. But at the end of the day, your team has to produce. That means you have to produce. So I wasn't hard sold to come dump my 25-year career and become an independent contractor. So it made it really easy. I feel like through this process, your sponsor is going to make or break the process. They're going to make or break your mentality towards it. I watch a lot of videos on people that made it 1 month, 2 months, and it just wasn't what they thought, or they were let down, or they don't believe their sponsor deserved the money. All I hear when I'm hearing these is they had a bad sponsor. It's not eXp. It's not eXp's model. It's the sponsor. The sponsor let their sponsee down. So your sponsor's going to walk you through the whole process. For me, that whole process began with scheduling it with Key Realty and getting my books and literally going to class and, well, passing the real estate exam. That's where my sponsor began. It wasn't, once you get it, come talk to me. It was, he helped me through every process. I was fortunate. He gave me the contacts, the email addresses, phone numbers, where to go for fingerprinting, background checks, testing, licensing. Step by step guided me through it. And they're right. You spend all this time studying to pass the exam, all to throw it out the window and have to learn something else that's practical application to real estate in itself. Because let's be frank, when you're studying for the exam, you're studying just to pass the exam. Not a lot of that's practical application. State laws, don't get me wrong, there's no gray zone. But when it comes down to it, it's not practical application studying for the exam versus actually doing real estate. So your sponsor should be there by your side every step of the way, helping you write note cards if it's what it takes. That's where you build the bond. That's where you build the trust. And that's what's going to make eXp exciting for you and not overwhelming. Once you finally get your license, assuming you pass it on the first try, maybe the second try, whatever tries it takes, your sponsor now walks you through the orientation process. A good sponsor, in my opinion, and I say my opinion because this is what I know. This is what my sponsor did for me. And talking to others, I am blessed in that aspect. He virtually held my hand every step of the orientation process through checking in. Did I get my emails? Did the broker sign my paperwork? Did I get set up for orientation? Did I get my email address? Did I get my website? Did I get into KV Core? Did I get into SkySlope? Did I get my contract signed? Did I get my big license mailed to me? There's so many little things that if your sponsor's not guiding you through it, it's easy to get lost. And I can understand where people would get frustrated. And I understand where a physical office kind of creates that, I guess, trust because you have that person right next to you. And with eXp, you're relying on Zoom. You're relying on phone calls. You're relying on going into the world. So you don't get to just lean over to the next desk and ask the question. So if your sponsor is involved with you, they're going to hold your hand through the whole process to get you rolling through really the eXp world as a whole. There's so much to offer. If you think about it realistically, we have almost 65,000 agents right now. 65,000 agents that you can jump on right here and communicate with them one way or another. That's a lot. That's overwhelming for somebody that doesn't really have any clue on what's going on. So that's where your sponsor is absolute key to getting you through the process. When you join, if you haven't completed a transaction, such as myself, you're given a mentor. Your sponsor has carried you through the licensing process, through the orientation process, and if done properly, they've kept your spirits high, they've kept you motivated. They're now handing you off as a well-sealed package, a comfortable package, a motivated package to your mentor. Your mentor is now there to guide you and support you through your first 3 real estate transactions. They're there to help you understand the contract. They're there to help you figure out how to use a lockbox, how to get into Century Key, how to show a home. That's where your mentor, if they're good, they're going to walk you through all of that. Again, I was blessed. I have an amazing mentor that is very hard and black and white. And I feel like when you're new, you have to have that. You have to have somebody that's not going to let you start to create what you think. They're going to hold your hand. They're going to tell you how it needs to be done. And they're going to guide you through your first 3 transactions. After your first 3 transactions, if you signed up on a team, you're going to fall back onto that team for support. You're going to fall back onto that team for value, for lead gen, for your tools to succeed as a realtor. But your sponsor, your mentor, those two, they kind of pave the way. They set your tone that's going to carry you through eXp. That's going to carry you through your whole career as a realtor. If those two fail you, your team is going to have a hard time supporting you because you're not going to be emotionally vested. So once you finish your 3 transactions, if you joined a team, you have that team camaraderie. You have that support of the team where they're helping you with lead gen, they're helping you with KV Core, they're helping you with everything. But maybe you don't join a team. Maybe you want to keep your 80-20 split, or once you cap at 16,000, you get 100%. Maybe you don't want to share that with the person that's giving you leads. So you join a group, which typically your team is part of a group. Your group is what you signed up under. That's kind of the headmaster, Papa Bear, whatever you want to call it. What value does that group provide? There's so many groups within eXp that provide a ton of value. I mean, these are mostly all top agents from other companies that brought their knowledge, their skills, their IT skills, their lead gen skills, their coaching skills, their time management skills, have brought that to eXp and created their teams and groups within eXp. And that's where you want to embed yourself. That's who's going to help you grow your career. Again, it's one of those, if you want to go up, you don't put yourself around people that are doing less than you. You always put yourself around people that are doing more than you. eXp offers that, especially with your group. If you fall back on your group, you're going to be all right. That's what they're there for. They're there to give you the training, give you the tools. I mean, we have some weeks 80 hours of live training. Whew, think about that. 80 hours of live training. A lot of these people, these agents, these icon agents aren't even paid. They're just presenting their time to help us as agents. I mean, where else are you going to get that much knowledge? And you get to pick and choose. What's your weakness? That's where you get to go, and you get to attend that class and find out what that person's doing to achieve whatever they are. You have that option. So on an average, 65 to 80 hours a week of live, not counting all the recordings. I mean, come on. Education is the key. What is knowledge is power. You have it all at your fingertips. You just have to go into the world to get it. I've heard some agents that have left and gone to other brokerages, and they talk about the fact they never really went into the world. Oh yeah, if you don't go into the world, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be frustrated because you don't know what's going on. You have to embed yourself into your state programs. You've got to know what's going on. And if you're not in the world daily, looking around, asking questions, talking with people, yeah, you're just kind of a bird in the wind. You don't have a whole lot of direction and you're trusting your surroundings. At least when you go into the world, you get to talk to people. Yeah, they're avatars, but the voices are real. But you get to ask questions immediately. If I have a question for my broker, I can jump right into workplace. I can jump right into the world and ask, hey, Spencer, you know what? I have a question. I get my answer. Other agents I've talked to, they may not see their broker 2 or 3 days. We get immediate access to everything. So as overwhelming as it is, it's a lot. You have the support staff to be able to achieve what you're looking for. It's just one of those, if you don't tap into it, you're going to struggle. I am a chronic overthinker. So all this training, yeah, at some points, I think we've used the term paralysis by analysis. Yeah, I'm a chronic overthinker, so heck yeah. Paralysis by analysis got the best of me because there's so much information. You're given a structure at the beginning of your orientation. The key is to follow those 4-week structures step by step. That'll give you the basics, the basis to build your foundation. But if you don't follow the steps and you venture out, yeah, it's going to stretch the process on. It's going to feel like you're overwhelmed because you're not following a structure. So at the end, it comes down to discipline. If you can discipline yourself, you will be very successful in eXp. If you don't have discipline, well, you can still be very successful in eXp. You just have to find somebody that's going to be your accountability buddy. That's where a team comes into play, a group comes into play. People that you can have conference calls with every couple days just to hold yourself accountable. If you're not going to have that physical location that you can go to, then yeah, you need to have an accountability buddy. But with that, eXp offers so much opportunity that you're the one that has to tap into it. You're the one that has to embed yourself into these classes, these teams, these really everything that's going on. Nobody's going to come to your house and get you and ask you to come. So if your mindset is you're going to do whatever it takes, eXp is for you, but it's hard. First 90 days, they're overwhelming. There's a lot that goes on in those 90 days. But it's all about education. It's about embedding yourself and putting in the work. If you stay consistent, you're going to make it in eXp. If you're not consistent, you're going to struggle through eXp and may find yourself at another brokerage. With that, you know the routine. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, well, try that notification button just to keep you informed. I look forward to producing more videos for you guys. Hopefully content that you like. With that, I'm Rick Sparrow with eXp Realty, and thank you guys again for clicking on this video.